Hey there, lads and lasses. This here is Thunderhand64 coming at you live from the west coast of the United States. It is just past noontime, and that means it's time for Generations. Gonna do a little bit of Minecrafting today. Gonna do a little Baby Zombie Rush stuff in creative mode and see who's able to show up today. I'd just like to remind you guys that we have a new redeem. Yeah, it's a 1,000-point channel, 1,000 channel point redeem, and I'm hoping a lot of you will get a chance to check that out today and use it because it's a lot of fun. I love it every time it's used. It makes me laugh, and I'm hoping it'll do the same thing for you guys too. All right, so let's log on here. Let's do game capture, and we'll see if we can pull something up here. So I'm trying out this noon to 2 block for Tuesdays right now to see if this will this is a good time for everybody. I think it is. It was pretty successful last time. So there's Mini Rebel. Hey yo, how are you, my friend? How are things out there on the continent, across the pond on the continent? I hope you're well today. Back to game. All right, so let me see. The last time we were working on Ravagers, and we were putting in a Ravager circuit here. And I changed things up a little bit after the stream. I extended the depth of this and made it a little bit deeper because when you're running for your life from baby zombies and you come down here, I didn't want you to be able to see. I didn't want the contestants to be able to see immediately right there that something was up. And you're probably thinking, well, you're running for your life so fast you won't notice that anyway. The piston stems were very, very obvious through there. And I could just see a player coming through saying, nope, and running on. So I moved it back a little bit. And also, I'm trying out this kind of a Ravager retainer system here with the blocks on the sides here like this, and then when you step on the plates it moves these out and then the Ravager can escape, you know. And I think this is a much better way because again, you know, it doesn't tip the contestant off to the fact that there's something going on there. And now this is easy to do here, easier to do on an outside wall because I can put the circuitry behind the wall, but on an inside wall like we had over here, that's going to be a little trickier. So I'm going to be mucking around with that kind of redstone today. And let me see, I won't be long here because I've got school tomorrow. Understood, my friend, understood. School is important. Please do that. Get the rest you need. BZR Design Stream Session, yay! And remember, backseating allowed, so I welcome any comments, suggestions. When I'm looking at something and I'm not seeing it and it's directly in front of me and you guys point it out, that's always welcome. You guys know I do not suffer from embarrassment at all. I'm way, way too old. In fact, most streamers won't even bother to do redstone on stream because they're afraid of being embarrassed. I have no such qualms. I'm way past that. I've done so many stupid things in my life that it's like I've given up at this point. So, yeah, so here's the idea here. So I've got the circuit right here, and this is a really janky circuit, by the way, but I just slapped it together to see if it would work, and now I'm thinking I can clean it up and get it into place. So if I place my other, you can see if I place my other observer right there, it'll send the signal, it'll hold that open so the Ravager can get out for a few seconds, and then it'll close it, right? And I can extend the time on this a little bit here and there and make it last a little bit longer, so we'll experiment with that and we'll see what we can do. I don't have the circuit activating the dropper yet, so we can work on that as well. Still working out how to spawn and release the Ravagers. Well, I've worked it out, but I think I've come out with I've decided I wanted a better way, Drac, than this system over here. This is a system that we used before, and this works, and it works pretty good. It works pretty good. It lets the Ravager out and then it pops back up. The only thing I don't like about this is you can see the piston stems. So when you're coming around the corner, there's a bit of a clue right there that something's up. You know, I don't know, maybe if a participant, a contestant is running from their life from baby zombies, maybe they won't notice that. But I don't know. You know, people's reflexes, people are sharp, you know, especially the people I'm going to invite on here. And I think if they come around, they see that, they'll say, nope, and back the other way. And so I wanted to disguise that a little bit better. And so I'm thinking this kind of method is a little bit better. So when you run over here, look, there's no real clue or indication until gulp, it's too late, right? So, but this is my janky circuit, but I can make a better circuit than this. We can clean this up. So that's one of the other things I'm going to do. I'm going to clean it up over here, and then I'm going to install it in some of the other locations that we marked for Ravagers, and I'm going to see if I can get those installed. So I have one here. I should have one over there, and one thereabouts. And the tricky one will be this internal one here because there's no external wall with which to work. But I think I have a solution for that. So most of the stream's probably going to be me trying to work that out. But we'll see what we can do. Yay, the sounds! Give themselves away. Yeah, they sort of do, huh? By the way, again, you know, I'd like to remind you guys that there's a new redeem on there for 1,000 channel points. So if you have the channel points, please feel free to use it, even if you just want to check out what it is, because it's really funny. I really like it. All right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to first get the pressure plate circuit working, and I'm going to straighten this out a little bit here. So let me see. I have my output circuit there. I know I can move this whole thing over this way. This way, he said with a superfluous medial vowel. I can certainly do that. And let me see, just in case I forget what I'm doing here. there's a circuit there. All right, so let's install this one. And how do I want to do this? I'm probably got to do something like... I think I'm going to set it up this way. Right. I'm going to set it up this way. And I have plenty of these circuits, you know, because my short-term memory is very, very bad. I have plenty of these circuits set up in other locations around here, so I should be all right. Let me see. And I want it to go on that way. Okay, and let me see. We'll feed into it thusly. And we'll get some comparatives. Like that. So maybe add distractions, maybe sounds. Oh, yeah, that's right. Mini Rebel, yeah. Yeah, because we could use sound blocks and things like that, right? Yeah, you know, that's not a bad idea. There are certain stations around Mini Rebel. There are certain stations around, like this one over here, for example, where you come across a dead end like this. You can press a button, right? And then from out of these dispensers, there's 9 slots available. I'm thinking maybe 4 of them would be, you know, something beneficial. 4 of them will be something very detrimental. And but we could have something like these that are duds, right? That you press, you go to run through, and you think something bad's going to happen, but it's just a sound, right? We could have something like that. Yeah, hide the sounds of the mobs. Oh, yeah, because the I know what you're thinking, because the Ravager will make noise. But the way I'm going to get around that, Rebel, is with the dropper. So I'm just going to put spawn eggs in the dropper. And so when they come around here, it'll spawn the Ravager instantly and then drop the gate, and the Ravager will come through. So, you know, you won't hear the Ravager until it's far too late. until it's far too late. All right, that might do its thing. And we can bring up our stack of observers over here, I think, instead of running a circuit over, but because it doesn't really matter. I mean, so this is the circuitry right now. All right, and you can see where here are the various pressure plate areas. Right over there, and then it'll come through like this. There's where it triggers the pistons to open. Here's where it triggers the dropper. So I think we will be okay. So I could move this over a little bit. Yeah, I could move it over right about there, I'm thinking. I want to keep it out away from the wall if I can, so I don't accidentally power some of these blocks that are nearby. So you need to keep insulation going. Let me see. Draken says, I think I know a way to make the creeper idea work. Yeah, we are definitely going to be thinking about that. Yeah, hide the sounds of the mobs. Okay, well, I'm out now. Have a good one. Gotta later. Okay, my friend, thank you so much for dropping by. It's always good to see you. Dustavotchka, meet little Droogie. Hey, Thunder, I'm at work, but wanted to stop by and say hi. Have a great stream. Thank you. Thank you. Good to see you. And you know what? We have... Yes, commands are working again. Yeah, I fixed that over the weekend. So over the weekend, I fixed that yesterday, late last night. So please go check out Dustavotchka. Very cool streamer, a lot of fun. Likes to do painting, oil painting. Is a fan of Bob Ross and stuff, and very, very cool. Also trying to get affiliates. So please drop by, show your support, give her a follow. Follows are free. They don't cost anything. So you won't regret it. You'll really like that. Thank you. You are most welcome. You are most welcome. Let us install our observer tower. And I'm thinking we could probably do that right about there. And let me see. So that'll be here like this, right? And we can come upwards like this. And once I place this, it may... No, it's not going to trigger yet because we need a little redstone across the top like that. Let's get those out. And we will rewire this line over here. And we can clean up some of our circuitry here like this. We can have it hit there along the way. Something like that. That's an awfully long circuit, but also I can move this over a little bit too, so we can do that. And let's place another repeater right about there just to keep things... hold on. Yeah, just to keep that signal cranking away there. So let's do that. And then I think we should be all right. All right, so let's test the gate first. So coming around the corner like this, here. And, of course, we got nothing. All right, so let's see what the problem is. Let's update that. Oh, I know what the deal is. We need a repeater. So we need to make a little bit of room for a repeater here. We can do something like that. And then move it over this way just a bit. Yeah, we need to do that. And you know what? I think the observer can go right there. And I think we can get away with doing that. I didn't see that repeater fire up there. Should be able to see that. Oh, it went off, but I think the ticket's too slow. So let's... There it goes. Uh-oh. Okay, so that means that we're powering blocks here. So we may have to move this over a little bit and insulate some of the blocks. Because we're creating a feedback loop. Let's take a look here. All right, I think my output should be off of this one. Let me make sure my directions are correct. I think they are. Let me see, these are facing in. Those are facing in. My circuit's right. I'm creating a feedback loop. So how am I doing that? So I'm good here. And let me take a look here. Creeper can destroy the floors and walls when they explode if mob griefing is off. Yeah, but you know what? I actually liked your other idea better, where they fall into an obsidian pit. I actually like that better. You're not wrong. You're not wrong, but this will be on the Generations... it'll be on Generation 6, our survival map. And, you know, I really don't want to tweak around too much with mob griefing and stuff, because we'll have other farms and everything like that on that build, and I don't want to inadvertently do something stupid. Like on Generation 5, the current one, occasionally I did time set day on that to advance to get my night shots for the Discord. And Kachi reminded me that when I did that, I blew our day count. So I reset our day count on that. And so it's just only turning off for that run session. Yeah, we could do that. I actually like your other idea better, though, about having them drop into an obsidian room with creepers. That's just horrifying. I think that's actually funnier. So I had this working before. What have I done differently? How is it feeding back? Let's lengthen the circuit. Let me take a look down below, too, to make sure I'm not facing the right direction. No, I should be good. I should be good. So if I do something like this. Okay, that's good. So it's something about the observer. So maybe I just need to move the observer a little bit further away, about maybe that far back. Yeah, that could be. I just may need to move it back a little bit more. Let's try it out. And again, I'll try it without the repeater first. Okay, without the repeater, the pulse is too short. But the repeater should lengthen the pulse a little bit. Okay, the other thing that could be too is I need to have it come in on this block and exit on that block. So it goes around and it will read. Yeah, that's probably what it is. I probably have my input and output incorrect. All right, let's. And again, we need a repeater right there. What am I doing wrong with this that I'm forgetting? I mean, I did have it right the last time. Either way works, yeah. I really love the idea of just, you know, opens up, falls into an obsidian room with just full of creepers. I think that's the funniest thing ever. You could just have the... Oh, I was thinking, well... But the droppers do work from above. So the droppers will be safe. Yeah, if the droppers also are above it and the player falls below, if they're far enough away, yeah, we'll have to do some tests, Drag. But if it doesn't work somehow, then we'll consider the mob griefing one. What am I doing? This feeds this one comes around to that one. Unless... it could be this kind of a deal too. So it doesn't feed back in. It might be something like that. Hey, Cyclopsalops! Woo! And I said it right the first time. Right on cue. Center my camera here a little bit. Dude, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, Raiders. Good to see you. Hello, everybody. Cyclops, how was your stream? Please tell me how your stream went, my friend. How's it going? It is going great. So we're doing a little Baby Zombie Rush stuff today. Still working on some changes I made to the Ravager system here. Now my pulse extender should be... doing its thing here. I think I'm inadvertently powering some of the blocks here that I shouldn't. This is why people don't do redstone on stream, by the way. But I don't care. Right, so let's go set the circuit sideways and see if I can just pull the circuit away so it's not touching the wall. I think that might be part of it, because I think I could be triggering blocks here that are powering some of the blocks in the wall, and it could be causing some interference. Set up my clock, my pulse extender. Then we should be good, right? What am I missing? What am I missing? I think I've got my inputs and outputs backwards. Let me check. Let me check. All right, let me try that. Let me check this out. By the way, I was showing Ray the pictures from Discord of the Guardian farm and then showed him the VOD so he could see the work you put into the realm. He was very impressed. Oh, thank you. Thank you. That's very cool. That's a lot of work on that. Yes. Gotta go now. Take care of my viewers for me. Absolutely, man. Your viewers are going to be cool with me here. So really appreciate you dropping them off with me. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. You too, my friend. Thank you so much. It shouldn't be cycling backwards. It shouldn't be feeding back like that. It shouldn't be doing that. I mean, we should be getting the ticks like this, but it should be tick, 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 release. Tick, 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 release like that. So why are you not working correctly? See, input at the top. I guess if I did, I could do the input on this block, but well, I guess this would force it this way around. And then the output would be from that side. So it would be circulating like this and then outputting here. I don't think it really matters so much whether it's there or there. But it might. Probably forgotten how this works. But I don't care. I don't care. I'm good. So my circuit is not, it's going too fast, right? And let me see. Oh, wait. Yeah, when you flip it around, it needs to do that. There it is. All right, we got it. Did I disconnect the circuit? Yeah, I did down there, right? No, we don't quite have it. Almost. Almost. Let's do this first. Okay, so I know I have that part of it right. Okay, so now we just need to extend the pulse. That's the idea. We can break this. Okay, and that's how that's supposed to work. All right. So if I could get just one pulse there on, and then off, right? So it opens, Ravager comes out, and then it closes. All right, so I've got that. So now, how do I do my observer on here? Let me see. Let me check this. Princess Nebula! Hellos, Thunder, hellos! Yes, and Draken, thank you so much for the shout-out for Cyclopsalops. I really appreciate that. Please go check him out. He's got a really cool stream, actually. Also Minecraft streamer, I would say primarily, but plays other games too. Friend of Pleasant Player. I've seen him play Risk and stuff and other games with Pleasant Player. He's a fun streamer to go check out. So please do yourself a favor. Hey, both of you. I'm at work, so I got to leave chat. Have a good day. Yes. Enjoy your lurk. Have a productive day. Have a good day. And since shoutouts are working, and I know Nebs will not give herself a shoutout, please go check out Nebs. She's taking a little break from streaming right now, but she will resume, and when she does, we all couldn't be more happier. So please go check her out. Also, Nebs, Draken, everybody, I'd like to remind you guys once again that there is a Channel Points Redeem, a new one that you guys could check out. I do invite you to try that out. It is very funny. So, and there it is. Yes. That is my favorite laugh in the entire world. Little Kachi laugh. So everybody knows somebody who has a really, really cool laugh. And I know several people who have. Yeah, I think Kachi was about 4 then. Probably about 3 or 4. He was a little guy. And his older brother Biggie always makes him laugh. And so that's one of my favorite laughs. And so I do have a volume control over that too. And it was way too loud to begin with. But I think it's a little bit quieter. So it's right there. So you can picture when I die and lose all my stuff, somebody hitting with the Kachi laugh would be, and it's so universal. But that is one of my favorite laughs. And Kachi has another laugh from when he was even younger than that. Like when he was about, I would say just a very late 1 year or very early 2 years old. Kachi had a really good laugh. Like it came up, it was like a really good bellowing laugh for such a little guy. It like came up from right from his diaphragm, and you could, it was like a really gutsy laugh. Tiny One will probably spam that when she's watching on my account. Probably, yes. Yeah, I may have to put a cooldown on that one. We'll see. So let me see. Yeah, so if I've got this in place here, that does its thing. There we go. So it should be working well. Why is it not? What is it about Mr. Observer that makes that not want to work? So I'm going to get down here. And let's pop a hole up here. And maybe we can make an observation hole somewhere around here. So I can see what's going on. What about there? Right. If I do that. Okay, observer can see the redstone signal, right? All right, but I think the pulse isn't enough for it to get through. I think that's what the deal is. If I put a repeater there, though, then we get that particular kind of a problem. So we get it recirculating through. All right, so I shouldn't need a pulse extender circuit through this. I shouldn't need that. I had it working without one earlier, so I think the difference was that it just traveled a couple of more ticks. But for some reason, if I put a repeater here, then I get the feedback loop. Dang. And the pulse is too fast. Like here, I've got the same type of circuit over here, more or less. I was just healing up my shulker of picks, working on my nether again. Woo! That is a major, major problem. In fact, we got to get that. We got to post some video, at least, of something on there, Nebs. And by the way, I hope you're feeling better today. I know you've had some medical stuff you were dealing with there, with the dental and everything. So I hope you're feeling a little bit better today. I think so, since you're here attending. And if not, you know, I hope hanging out with us helps out a little bit. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to call up the image I had before. Let me see. Right there. Right there, because I'm streaming right now, I just can't picture things in my head right now, and I'm missing something very, very obvious. I know I'm missing something obvious. All right, so I had, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4. A repeater 5, about 5 blocks in front. So it's probably just a timing thing. So if I set this far enough back, it acts like a, yeah, probably gonna do that, right? So if I did something like this, for example, let's do this, and let's do that, and we have to remember to flip these around like that if I'm going to do that for this direction. And then if I bring the circuit around this way, here, right about there, I'm thinking. I may be able to go one more extra and get an observer like that, right? And just increase the length of the circuit so I get decrease the output. Is there anything under that? No, we should be good. Put an insulating block right there. Try this one out. Pulses again too fast. It should work. What am I missing? Set this length up here. Like so. All right, let's just rebuild and see what happens, all right? Reproduce what we had before. And then I'll see what I'm missing because I'm not that bright. So I did something like that before for some reason. I don't know what I was thinking there, but and then I ran this alongside here, but I had it down on one level. Like that. Like this. This. And this makes sense to me because input and output, so you get your initial pulse through there and then your second pulse follows it behind there. So that is the way that this should work. Then I placed a repeater thereabouts. Put a piece of redstone there. That worked before. Oh, we can't have this. And my output was here. Going like that. Yep, looking good. For some reason, I was thinking of not powering these blocks here. So I put some insulating glass right there. And so this is what I had before, so this should be working out. And it is not. Well, that's not going to work. Okay, that's better. This is why people don't do redstone on stream, by the way. Dang, I really wish I could make my hands work sometimes. All right, almost. a little bit taller here. I'm just going to bust all of this out so I can... I had this working before. Why isn't it working now? Dot of redstone there. This here. Okay. Observer facing up, right? Glass over there. Circuit like that. That there. Those there. Those there. This I had moved out a few ticks like that. Okay, so what I did is I used the repeater that way, Yeah, I used the repeater that way to set the timing. But when I went to set that up again, I somehow had altered the timing. So I'm thinking, first things first, I can spin this circuit size. I'm just trying to clean up the redstone to make it a little bit more compact. So let's do that. Okay, so I don't need the glass for the insulation. I'm good. All right, my next thing is I should be able to flip this circuit around sideways. But I'm thinking this might, the length of this might matter. So I'm going to try this kind of a thing. Because for God's sake, I've built this circuit so many times now. All right, so I'm thinking like that. Like that. And like that. Okay, so I should be okay here. And this should feed back the loop this way and then up and out that way. And then I should have a repeater there set to 4 ticks. Good. All right. That should be there. That should be there. That should be there. And let me see. How's that? That should work. All right. And it's counting down, so it's doing its loops through the circuit, and then does its second hit. Good, 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 good. Now what I'm thinking is I can shorten the length of this. Maybe. So I am going to quickly check back with the chat. Let me see. The Super Ultra Mega Nether Project. That's right. Thunder the Redstone Genius is making my brain explode. No, I'm making my brain explode with my own incompetence here. This is not the way to learn redstone, by the way. You watch somebody do it correctly once. Watching somebody do it incorrectly over and over is just confusing. That's why people don't do redstone on stream. All right, I'm thinking next thing to do is to move the circuit up this way. I should be able to move it up by 1. And that shouldn't affect anything at all. Fuck. Because I'm wondering the length of this, if it's affecting the timing or not. It shouldn't, but it might. Let me see. Like that. Like this. That should be good. Yes. Okay, so that's working right. Okay, cool. All right, I don't know what I was missing before. I think I was just missing the repeater with the 4 ticks. That's what it is. And if I wanted this to open and close a little bit sooner, I could just reduce the amount. That would be very quickly, a little bit slower, a little slower, and right, so that increases the ticks, right? And if I wanted to, I could actually, if I wanted it even longer, I could put another repeater here, and then I could have up to 8 ticks increase on that. Or I could also increase this one too a little bit, I guess, but that's just there because the signal will weaken after 15 blocks. And we're not quite 15 blocks, but I just want to make sure that the repeater will give a good strong signal there. I could leave this like this, even though it's kind of sloppy and janky. I don't want to move this up against this because it could power some of these blocks in around the piston and cause problems. So I want to keep it separately. Want to keep it separate. I could also move this whole thing up 1 level and get that step out of the way, but I think we might be able to see it from below. Let's check it out. So let's take that out of there. So I'm thinking about that high right there. So we'll go over here like this. That would be there, and I think that gives us just enough room for the repeater like that. Like this, we do that. We might be able to see the circuit from over there, but if not, we can always lower it down 1. It's not a big deal, but it doesn't really save us a lot. It saves us a little bit, I guess, but as long as the circuit's not super obvious, right? I mean, you could see that one a little bit. We could actually take that out of there if we get this closer. All right. So if I do that now, oh, right here. There we go. Opens, enough time for the Ravager to get out, and then closes. Great, 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 great. Okay, let's connect up the observers now down to the bottom here. And one of the other things I want to do is I want to get rid of this repeater here because I think it's a little too visible. I have that repeater down there. We probably don't even need that. I really don't think we do. And let me see. Let's grab observers. We'll bring those guys up there. Okay, so when I placed those observers, it updated the observers and brought that around. So you can see if I remove an observer now. Okay, so you can see where it's not staying open as long. I think because we've got a stronger pulse through there, we might need another. Eh? What? What the heck? So we've got different timing, probably because of the length of this. So we probably do need that other repeater. Because the circuit dies quicker over here than it does over there. Yeah, we probably do need that other repeater there. What kind of nonsense is that? I mean, we could just move the circuit back one, but that's a little silly, people. One, two. Why would that change? This should not change. It is extremely strange that we get one and then the other. Let's take a look at what's happening. These two are not equidistant apart, so I think that's part of what might be going on here, but and it comes around, and it comes around later to this one. So I don't think that this secondary pulse is reaching that one immediately. Yeah, that could be it. Yeah. So there could be some issue right here. There could be some issue right there. It's weird, you know, you change one little thing and then it's like, what did I do? Like, now if I put that there, right, maybe get one and then the other like that. Okay, and again, you know, this is a little bit shorter than it was before, so that also might have something to do with it. We could try a little experiment. That's redundant. If I move this down, and if I put some glass over that just to insulate that. So the breaker comes through. This is not how you do redstone, by the way. I'm just blocking this off intentionally just to make a... just to affect the timing of the circuit. Just to run a little experiment to see if I can change the... Nope. What have I done? It was working. I swear it was. Let's see. Before we had 5 of these, now we only have 1, right? We could do... We could increase the block count like this. Why don't they work together? What have I done? I've broken this somehow. Somehow I broke it. Repeater. The repeater needs to move one block toward the outside edge. Let me see. Well, that's the way I had it before, right? Okay. And you could see that it was delayed. There's still a tiny delay, but you're right. Okay, so what am I doing here? The repeater is evening out the signal between these two. That should not be happening. That should not be happening. That is not the way I want this to work. I know they're a certain distance apart, and technically, if I wanted to even it out between the two, I would not have that there. I would have this here, like this. Like that, and I would feed this signal in from over here, like that. And I would have to cut off that part of the circuit, so I would have to move that all one back again. So it feeds in, well, that would so it feeds in right here. Then they should receive the same amount of signal path on either side. You know, if it's going to be that way, okay, fine, whatever. You want to be difficult? Sure. Again, if that's the case, it's probably better for me to move it back. It's probably better for me to move it back. So what are my options? I have an option of putting that there. I got to be careful about powering neighboring blocks. But if I did that, that might do it. Thanks for that, by the way, Drac. I mean, it's not ideal, but at least you're always assured you get the same length of signal path for each one. Thing is, I just didn't want that repeater there. 2, 1, 2. Got this repeater here, like this. And I can lower all this down by one block if I wanted to, but... Yeah, see, now they work perfectly in conjunction because we have the same amount of distance between these two. I can still see that a little bit, but it's not that bad. And you know what I could do if I really wanted to? Yeah, the repeater keeps the loop from feeding back. That's good. I'm satisfied with that. And now we're back into our original configuration. the way that worked initially the first time. Pretty much. It's a little bit janky like that, but oh well. It'll work. If I'm very careful, I think I can do that. I think I should be all set. Let's drop down. And how am I doing for time here? I'm at 109. Okay. Okay. Testing each one of these pressure plates. We've got another pressure plate right there on the corner, I believe. Oh, this one's missing. I had it there, right? So this should be moved over a little bit. Like that. Yeah, actually we could set it like this because I like to be able to test them when something's not working well, which is often. Good. Other pressure plate is right here. Yikes, don't fall out of the world. Okay, that should retract any moment now. There it goes, retract. And then extend. There, okay, that's good. And let me see, let's just put a couple other testing spots in here, here, and here. Let's grab that. That's one testing spot right there that's easy to see. This one's not so easy to see over here. Okay, so the other one is right there. And I think we should be good. There it goes. Of course, the nice thing about this is once, supposedly, once you get one of these working, you can, then the other just fall into place. But, you know, it's like each location has its own peculiarities. It's weird. That should do it. Let's try it out. Why? Why are you doing this to me? Because I'm over one block, that's why. Yeah. It is right there. I was right the first time. And the testing button can go right here. Like that. Okay. And I'll flip the music on and switch to standing mode in just a moment. I just don't want to derail the little train of thought that could. Okay, that's good. I think each one of these works now, right? Good. And then it's just a matter of testing the dropper to see if the dropper does its thing. Right? And this looks pretty good. You know, this is, our circuitry's fairly well hidden here. I think we're doing well. Let me see. Thunder, can I ask a question not related to this, but related to Minecraft? Yes, and so sorry to spend so much time before I looked over and checked the chat. But please, go right ahead. Should I do an Ask Thunder a question redeem? Q&A redeem? But sure, ask away. If you're still there. If not, I'll understand. Took me a long time to look at the chat. How many iron trading villagers should I have? You know, that's the question. The answer I have on that is not going to be satisfying. Different players like different kinds, different numbers. I think you could, you know what? I haven't really set that level up on my Chamber of Commerce yet, and I'm trying to remember from Buffooncraft. But what you would want to do is maybe initially get, see how many trades, how many iron they'll accept before they lock out. That's the important number first. So keep feeding them iron until they lock out. Feed them iron again until they lock out. And and then when they're done for the day, find out what that number is. All right. And then see how much. Now, what I like to do after that is I have 64 iron in a stack. I then like to get, and you're not going to like this, but I like to get a greatest common factor between the number that they'll accept and 64, the stack. And then that's how many villagers, iron trading villagers I will make in a single row. That way I don't have odd numbers of, I don't have leftover iron ingots, right? And so I'll just grab a couple of stacks, I'll run through it once, maybe twice or 3 times a lady, and I'll go through, and then when I'm done, I've used up all my iron. I don't have like 6 or 5 or 11 pieces of iron left, you know, and so, but, you know, that's just me. That's just the way I like to do it, and I'm certifiably insane. So other players wouldn't do that. For a basic haul, not a main haul, 64 or 128. They trade 4 iron for 1 emerald and give me 12 emeralds before locking. Yeah, they give you 12, right? Yeah. So I'll tell you what, you know, I'll work that out off stream because I'm going to have to do that for mine anyway. And I'm not going to put my iron trading dudes in the Chamber of Commerce, actually. I'm going to put them over at the iron farm, which makes much more sense. And I'll work out what I'll use for a number. I'll probably do it right after the stream. And then I'll forward you that number, or I'll just post it on our Discord so everybody would see. But then again, you know, that's going to be my preference. I don't know if you would want to do that or not. But 64, 128, 4, and 12, you know, if you do multiples of 8, I don't think you can go wrong there. I really don't. I think 16 is probably the greatest common factor between 12 and 64. I think so. And so that's why I have 16 villagers on my floors of my Chamber of Commerce, right? So I go through with a stack, and it's like 3 stacks deplete all my stacks so I don't wind up with extra materials left over, right? So awesome. I appreciate it. Just trying to figure it out so I can get more emeralds and get more food. I keep running out of golden carrots. Yeah. How are you running out of golden carrots? With my 16 farmers, I never run out of golden carrots. In fact, I have such a ridiculous amount of golden carrots. Like, I have shulkers and shulkers full of them. So, But 16 is the number that I usually do. And 16 doesn't make a really, really long or huge trading hall, if you think about it. You know, I think it's pretty easy. I just do, 8 on each side, and I just stand in the middle, trade, and then I come back to the beginning, trade. I usually do just like a loop, actually, around the 8 of them, so. Other players will probably have different numbers and argue that with me, and I don't know, I suppose I could optimize that a little more, but I don't know, that works out well for me. Just like this redstone. I think I could get this circuit a little bit more compact. I'm pretty sure I could. Oh, it drives me mad when I leave things janky like that. But, and Siege661 is coming with a raid. Thank you for the raid, my friend. Welcome to the stream. It's a siege. Indeed it is. With Purple Crow. Welcome. Thank you so much for the raid. How was your stream? Please tell me what you were up to. We're doing Baby Zombie Rush design work, and we're still playing around with Ravagers. We came up with a different kind of a Ravager retention circuit here. And now I'm going to load one of these in here and see if it also activates the dropper like it should. And I think we should be all set. So let's try this out. And it did not activate our dropper. Why not? Let's find out what happened. The dropper's over here, and I'm thinking this redstone here should activate that. Let's watch. Let's employ our test button. Okay, that's in place. I'm probably going to need a direct connection to that hopper. The quasi connectivity is probably not going to do it, but yeah, quasi connectivity is not going to do it. But I've got a way around that, I think. Got a way around that. I mean, I could move the whole circuit over, have this one come over, and have a double redstone torch type of setup. Let's get caught up in the chat. And shout out for Siege. Thank you so much, Draken, for doing that shout out. Shout out for Siege. And was last streaming Minecraft. Cool. I was mining for ancient debris and trying to figure out what to do around my base. You know, I'm going to have to check that out because I want to see what you have for a base. And I suggest everybody else do the same too. Go check out Siege. In fact, Siege, you know, I haven't been to one of your streams in quite some time. Shame on me. I really got to do that. That is my loss. And so I definitely got to stop in. Have a look and see what you're up to. But mining for ancient debris. So how did you do, man? How much time did you spend mining? And what was your yield? Drop by our SMP anytime. Public is public. Cool. We have private ones as well, such as today's show. Oh, cool. Thank you, Purple. Thank you so much. How did you do with your ancient debris yield? How did that work out? I always find the ancient debris, a lot more ancient debris when I'm not looking for ancient debris. Like one of the last streams, you guys may recall, I was looking for quartz, but I made sure that when I was mining for quartz, that I was down on the ancient debris level, and I think I came away with some ridiculous number of ancient debris, like nine pieces or something. It was silly. Siege is just getting started with the grid pattern pre-blasting. Oh, okay. So using probably TNT, or you're probably using maybe the bed method, because that could qualify for blasting as well. Only an hour or so mining out a few tunnels, but haven't done any blasting. But I found one. My heart goes out to you, man. I just love pick mining for debris. I can usually find enough for a full set in a few hours. Siege is overstocked with GP. One is better than none, indeed. Yeah, usually when I'm down there mining, and I'll do the strip mining method, and, I usually do pretty good. But not when I'm specifically looking for ancient debris. It's usually when I'm looking for something else. That's what happens to me. That's my life in Minecraft. Same thing with diamonds, by the way. If I go down looking for diamonds, I won't find any. If I'm down there mining something else, I'll find tons of diamonds. But I'm super low on sand, probably for the blasting powder, right? For the TNT, right? Overstocked with gunpowder, but low on sand. Yep, gonna need a trip out to the desert then. All right, so I have only really to do this one next. So very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move this circuit over by 1. Over to here. Get that over there. I'm going to put this repeater. You know what? I'm going to put that repeater. I'm just going to move it over to here. So just to make sure we get a really good strong signal in there. We'll take that out. Like this. And then I need a direct connection here. If I do this correctly, I might be able to do the double redstone torch thing. Let's take the Ravager egg out of there for right now, so we don't have an excess amount of Ravagers. If I do the double redstone torch, I can do something like have a redstone torch here, have a redstone torch there, and I think I'm good. And I think I have one right here I can select. So I can do... this might cause... Yeah, that'll cause a short circuit. That'll also cause a short circuit without a... Right, so I may just move this over even one more. Just to give myself the room. Just to give myself the room. So I don't get the quasi-connectivity. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So we want this in its initial state to be off. Like that. Okay, and then if I junction that one over. There, that way this can't affect that. And then I can have the test button here. Like this. Hawk, hands, do what you're supposed to do. There we go. That should do it, I think, right? I could test it over here a little bit better so I can see. And now we can load the Ravager egg. Actually, if we didn't want to do Ravager egg, we could just put a lamp there and see what happens. But okay, I got it. I could make this circuit go next to it and extend the length of it a little bit. Because what I would need to do is something like that. And I would need a repeater here, except, well, I don't know, will it? It probably won't. Especially if I do it like that. There it is. This might work a little bit better. And just for right now, it's a test if it works or not. I can just do this. Okay, I heard it. I heard it go off. Did I have a Ravager egg in it, though? I don't think I did. Okay, and here's part of the problem. Do I need a dropper or a dispenser? What did I do? Yeah, see, it's a dispenser, not a dropper, right? Dispenser it is. We need to dispense. Dispense a Ravager, everyone. That's what we need to do. Hey, I think we're going to be successful here now. All right. But I definitely heard it click, so we should be in good shape. We can now extend that over like that, and then I think we're good. Yeah, I had to do this because I can't put any redstone there because the torch is taking up that space and it'll cause it to short circuit. So we're good there. We're good there. Let's try it out. Like this. And if I step on the pressure plate, boom! And then there's a very big problem. Right. Okay. All right, so we're going to take this for a test spin now. Let me see. Siege, I have 27 blocks of diamond from going in straight lines, one in each direction. Lurk for post-stream stuff? Certainly. Appreciate the lurk? Definitely. And I'll usually, that message, that lurk message, should have the user's name right after it, so I'll have to fix the code in that. Dispenser, droppers drop items, right? Well, it works. Nice. Yeah, but dispensers dispense items. So we definitely need a dispenser right there. So let me see. Let's get the Ravager egg here. And of course, the highlight of any design stream like this for Baby Zombie Rush is the inevitable test spin that needs to take place here. And what I'll usually do is I'll mark this out with redstone so I know where to run for the test spin. There we go. I like to have plenty of good lighting. Here and here. Here. And let me see. I'm going back towards that way. That means I have to go around there. Right. Here. Here. It is all the way across the other side of the map, everybody. We were testing out this one the other day. Okay, we're good. I just want to take a quick overview, make sure my path is in place. And so we'll proceed this way, through here, up and around here, through here. Yep, looking good, looking good. Down through here, down through there, and then this way, and then right into there, and that's where the trouble will start. Okay, let me see. I'd like a diamond dispenser in real life. I know a jeweler who doesn't ask too many questions. Back when I lived in New England, those guys usually lived in New Haven, Connecticut. They usually had names like Vinny. Just saying. It was back in the day. Maybe the demographic has changed. All right, let us clear out the inventory. Let's load up our little friends. Say hello to my little friends. And I find 10 of these tiny terrors is usually a good number. All right. So let us do this. We'll take that off. And, let's make sure that there's a Ravager egg in there. I think there is. I think I did remember to do that. Yes, good. Ready to go. Now, I'll have a different opening gate system in here. This is just temporary, just to test it. All right, and survival mode it is. And why, hello, fellas. Ni hao, Champagne. Champagne, ni hao. Look, they're so eager to play. And here we go. Oh, my goodness. All right, so they're already out after me here. We do this and this over here and this over here like this. And they're hot on my heels, yes. And so we got to run for the baby zombies. Run. And here they come. Oh, those little buggers, they're right on us. Yes, over here. Here. Good heavens, they're right on me. Like this. We come over here. Whoa. Here, good. We go like this. And I accidentally step on that, and it's like, oh my God. Oh. Oh boy. Let me see. Yeah, you get the joke. Dark humor. I certainly do. Question, how do you spawn mostly the baby zombies? Oh, I'll show you that in just a sec. Shift clicking with a spawn egg on an adult. Yeah. So once the adult is on that block, in that space, if you keep clicking on that, it's like that's when the baby zombies will only have enough room to spawn. If you'll see, that's why I have those slabs in place there. So, nice, very, very deadly. Wow. That's a lot of fun. That one, if you notice that there was a delay before the Ravager actually came out, and that's okay. For that one, I wanted to give a chance for the player to retreat before the Ravager came out. You can actually dodge the horde of baby zombies. If you come out of here just right. Wow, I didn't know my inventory was quite that full. I thought I pretty much cleared out my inventory. Yeah, we still have some items here. Let's clear out the inventory. Right. And so here, you come across here, you step on the plate. Oh my God, like this. Come back. Baby zombies are right on you. The spaces down below are so the baby zombies can still see you, because the moment you turn a corner, you'll lose them. Once they don't have sight of you any longer, they'll start pursuing you. So I made these gaps in here, so it's just tall enough the baby zombies can see you moving around. You can lose them, but it's pretty hard to do, actually. Now, this kind of Ravager trap over here is really tight. It's really tight. So when you come around this corner like this, and that guy comes out after you, you're like he's right in your face. So the thing is, though, I'd like to, this is on an outer wall. I would like to change this over into that kind of retention system. So I'm getting a little bit of lag here on this, but seems like an epic troll idea saves the shifty idea regarding the zombie. This gap idea is very well planned. Thanks. But you can see how much I struggled with it. You know, I mean, it takes quite a bit for me to do this. I'm not that bright, but let's load up this one. I'm going to then unmark this path, and I'll load up this one. I don't know if you were able to see how that one worked, Crow, the last time. So, but that one, the Ravager is like right in your face. He comes right out at you, and you get in this Ravager baby zombie sandwich, which is not a fun place to be. There it is. And so we'll just build the same kind of circuit on the other side. So there's 4 of these Ravager traps in here. And so the next idea is to change this one over here. So let me see. Where am I at the stream? I have 20 minutes left in the stream right now. I saw some. Yes, this is a great build. Thank you. Thank you. Disclaimer, test world design may differ from actual build. Yes, it will. So like I said, future contestants, prospective contestants, if you're planning on trying to watch the VODs to find your way around and where things are, yeah. Not going to happen. I'm several steps ahead of you. Not that our contestants would ever try anything like that. I'm just saying, if you do, you'll be sadly surprised. I want to try. Well, this will be open. I think you're going to probably have yourself a conniption, but this is my design for Generation 6, our 6 map, and that'll start on January 1st. So I'm going to continue designing this between now and then, and working on this on Tuesday streams between now and then it'll probably be one of the very opening things that we build at the beginning of January when World 6 starts. It may even be already in place. I may start World 6 with this already in place. And so we'll think about that. Kachi, my son, and Kachi and I have already decided that that when we start Generation 6 that there will be structures and certain things in place already. We're not going to start from absolute zero like we've done in all 5 maps before. And Hornfish7854 is now following. Hey, thanks for the follow. Hope that is. What are you building? I am building a not-so-mini game that we affectionately call Baby Zombie Rush. And we're designing it for a future map that we're going to start in January of next year. And so we have a lot of viewer participation on it and stuff with ideas and things like that. And right now we're building Ravager Stations in here. So when contestants are running through the maze, they go down a dead end, and certain dead ends will have Ravagers that will spawn in there and will come out after them. So, and I'm about to do a demo right about now. I'm going to install another circuit. We've worked out our circuit design that we want to use for this. And we're thinking this kind of circuit design here where the Ravager will spawn in with a spawn egg in that dispenser. And then the barriers will draw back, and the Ravager will come charging out and chase you out of that dead end. So welcome, welcome. Our sections or modules work. You can world edit modules into new maps that connect those parts into a new maze. Still takes some time, of course, yes. Yeah, so once I get these in a fashion that is more modular, then we could certainly do some of that. So this right here is our potion dispenser over here. And this is the one I want to try next. So I want to upgrade this one to that kind of a thing. So let's haul this out like that. There we go. And then we'll do a little bit of an upgrade here. And so we are going to install a piston here and a piston there. I think that's the way I had it over here, right? Right. Just like that. So piston there and sticky piston right here. There we go. So I like to build my circuits backwards, so I like the business end of it built first. There we go. Like that. And we do that. And you know what? I'm going to leave that open for right now. Then we'll put that guy in there. Leave that open for right now. Great. Okay. Homefish says cool. So welcome to the stream again. All right, so let's do this. Let's do this, and we'll just initially open things up, and then we'll close things in after us. Okay, so my circuit, I think, is going to run right around here would be a good place for it. And let me see. I think I did something like this. Let's get the smooth. Now, you think this would go much faster for me, having worked out the details from the other one, but I find such is often not the case. Nice. And nice again. Okay, these are a little too close, right? These need to be out more. Thereabouts. Not hereabouts. Thereabouts. That's where they need to be. So these need to be moved out by one. Thusly. Let's do that and that. And we've got that and that. Then if we do this, it'll power the block underneath it. Right there. We're getting a little bit of lag on the server, but we should be okay. Like that. And like that. In fact, you know what? I think it needs to be out even one more. Draken and I found out sadly, somewhat sadly, that we need like a 3x3 area. Because otherwise, he takes suffocation damage and he dies, and we don't want that. We want the player to die. Okay, that's better. Like that and like that. That's where I want to be. Building on stream. Good Lord. Nice. Nice again. That and that. So that's their default state. And then they'll retract when the circuit's activated, and then we should be in pretty good shape. We could do this with a repeater. And if we want the same retraction rate, that's probably going to be visible, but I think we'll be okay. Yeah, we should be all right. Let's get some redstone right in here like this. Ba, 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 da. Okay, and we can do that. And let me see. We could just drop down like this, I think. And I don't think that shouldn't feed back because of the repeater, so we should be okay there. Like that. Should be good. I think we're good like this. Like this. All right, that should give us what we need. All right, let's get caught up in the chat here. Pistons need to be... Yes, okay. Yeah, we got it. That's my co-pilot there taking care of me. That's why backseating is allowed, by the way, if you read the tag. For that reason. Okay, so we should be good there. Right. And you know what? If I'm feeding this way, as long as I have it go into the middle, I could actually get away with moving this repeater back a little bit. But I think it's back far enough where the player really can't see it on either side. So it's good there. Yeah, and the same thing there. Okay, we're good. All right, so let's put our initial circuit in here. And I could have this run two ways. Where do I want my observers to come in from? Probably on this side would be closest to the plate and make a shorter circuit, right? So, and it's going to feed into the higher block. All right. And then it'll feed into the higher block and out of the lower block. So actually we're pretty good in this configuration like this. Yeah, we're good like this. We're good like this. So we could do this. We could do that. I think we should be safe here, not powering any blocks. And that's why I staggered them out this way, just to keep the power away from those blocks. Yes, good co-pilot. You guys are all good co-pilots for me. I miss all kinds of things when running in a panic, and that's what I'm counting on. So sometimes I think I'm doing some overkill stuff here, but because when you're running from a horde of baby zombies and there's a Ravager in front of you and everything, I mean, you're really not going to have time to like peer around and study things, right? And that's the idea. But people are quick, man. You'd be surprised. You'd be very surprised what people can notice. All right, let's do this. I'm going to put two like this and two like this and two like that. We should be good. And let me see. And the length of this doesn't really matter as long as I have enough room to fit at least one repeater in there. So I'm thinking repeater here like this, and then another one there. And then like that, that has to be adjusted to 4 ticks. Need a little bit of redstone there, a little bit of redstone there. And then I'm thinking I can drop my observer column right down here. So if we fly on over, you can see my observer column will drop right down there. And I think I can be a little bit neater about this. Thusly. So we can do something like this. And so we should be able to do a check here now. I do that. Stays open. And then closes. Great. Okay, so we're good. Stays open. And then closes. Great. I love it. I'm loving it. Okay, so here we have the circuit that runs these. We should be okay, but we need to extend it over so it can reach the observer. And let me see. This looks like extra stuff here. I don't know why we need that there. I think I was going to run this over to the dispenser, and I didn't finish it. I think I was going to do some quasi-connectivity here. And I think I was going to double torch that. And that's the dispenser. Yeah, that's what I was going to do. That means I can bring this up to level now. And we should be good. This is getting a little bit far away, but I think it's going to be okay. If I then take a repeater like... well, I shouldn't need a repeater. I should be able to... Well, I don't know. If I'm going to do this kind of a block, that I can't just run it over there because I'll get a short circuit. So I do need to drop it down, thusly. I do need to put that there. I can bring this up over like this and then just bring this over one. Should be able to do that. That'll probably work. Yep, that'll probably work. And right now I'm just going to put a lamp here just to test it. Like that. And let's do a test button here. Like this. Nice. Okay, so we know that that's going to work. Great. This also has its test button. Although we're not going to be able to see it from down here, I don't think. So we can then put a dropper back here, or a dispenser. Dispenser! Has to be a dispenser. Very important, must be a dispenser. Thusly. Okay, we should be in business now. And let me see. I want to mark out the spots for the pressure plates here, because test buttons help me do that, so... Like this. So a test button goes there on that one. I already have a test button here, it looks, so I think we're all set there. Put a test button there. I think I got this one. Did I? Yes, there's a test button there. Good. And then that one's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to put a test button on this one. No, it's not. We got it right here. Here we go. Let's get a plate here. Let's get a block it there. Where is it? Plate. Block. Great. And we should see this thing in action now when we step on the plate. And nothing. What? Oh, that's why. Because the circuit has been moved over. Right. Yeah, because the meat of that circuit is right here. I'm thinking I should be able to get away with having a plate there, though. Yeah, there we go. It works. Yeah, we're just, wow, we're getting a lot of lag. We're getting lag spikes. Let me see. Outside perspective is usually spot minor errors. Yes. Need to take out old piston circuit. No longer need those repeaters. Yeah, probably not, right? Oh, we're getting a lot of lag right now. These repeaters I need to keep in place because if I take those out, then the torches shut off and on, turn on and off sequentially. It'll go nearest one, second nearest one, and then the third nearest one. If you put the repeaters in there, it evens out the signals so they all go off and on at once. But we don't need those anymore, I don't think. Yeah, that's what you're talking about. We actually don't need this because there are no pistons to raise or lower. So you are correct, sir. You are correct. So we should be good. Test button right there. Test buttons also tell me from below where the pressure plates are above. So we do have that. Okay, I think we're good. I think we are good. Ravager comes out. Now we're in big trouble. Okay, great. All right, so let us load a Ravager egg in here. And of course, we can take this for a test spin. Those were for the old pistons, that's right. Crow says, okay, was fun. Got to get some of my own work. Blessings, everyone. Happy gaming. Hey, thanks so much for stopping by. And Raiders, I really appreciated having you drop in. You guys have yourself a wonderful afternoon, evening, morning, wherever you happen to be. Let us put a Ravager egg in here, shall we? I like this release system much better. Wow, we are getting a lot of lag spikes. You know what? Some of the things we can do is, let me see here. Take a look at this. I'm going to close out some of these other things that I do not need. All right, I think I'm fine there. All right, no other windows open or anything like that. Good. Nothing refreshing. As in the verb, not the adjective. And I think we're okay, right? No more spikes. I'm getting a little bit of spiking there, but I think we're okay. All right. Let's once again mark out our path. Start point's right over there. 2, 3, 4. This one's pretty easy to get to. 5, and then over here. Great. Okay, so let's empty out the inventory. And then zombie. Now, Generation 6 may actually have a zombie spawner under the Mushroom Island on which I plan to build this. Okay, we should be good. And let's switch over into survival mode like this. Hey there, little dudes. Ow! Oh, they're cheeky today. Look at you, little so-and-sos. Let's go, let's go. Oh, and we're off. Take it around. Here they come. Oh, my God, they're hot on my heels. Oh, where am I? Oh, my God. See, if you're fast, you can get around these guys. But you got to be fast. Maybe I can demonstrate a quick turn around a dead end. You can get around those guys. If there's more than 10 of them, though, no. So that's why we're going to go with 10 baby zombies. That's why I always go 10 baby zomboids. More than 10 is not possible. There we go, like that. Let's head on over to here. But you do have to plan this just right. So I'll demo that after. Let's check out the Ravager and make sure that that works. Plus, we're past stream time anyway. We should actually make this our last run. All right, dudes, let's do it. And they're off. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my Lord. Here's my XP from before. I come around here, I'm like this, and oh, geez. I think that doesn't open fast enough. I think I need to set the timing on that so it opens a little quicker. But I'll do that off camera. I'll experiment with the timing. It's called a dead end for a reason. Exactly. Exactly, my friend. So I'm thinking that these open too slow. Yeah. Yeah, we're getting a little glitchiness with the server too, so. Yeah, you know, if I could get that to open quicker but not feed back on itself. And that might do it. That might do it. Okay, I'll work that out off camera, though. I do want these to just open faster, but... One of the other things might be moving the observers just a few blocks closer to cut down on the timing, but... we'll see how it works out. See, that's quite a bit of a delay, right? Boom. I just want that to be like one, pow, and it opens. So, yeah, I think it's just a little too slow on activation. One of the other things too is I can actually build this circuit underneath it and then have the observers after the circuit bringing the signal up. I could do something like that. And I could power these pistons from below, which would probably make things a little bit easier. Yeah, I could probably actually put the circuit below, which would probably help us out in this situation where I don't have an outside wall. In fact, I'm already seeing in my head how to do that. Okay, I'll do that off camera next time. All right, so let's get ready to raid out. I'm going to take a look, and I'm going to see if anybody's on to which we can raid. If you would care to join us for the raid, that is our raid message. Nova is live. Woo! Hey, let's go raid Nova. I don't think I've ever had the pleasure. We are definitely doing that. So there is our raid message. You can copy and paste that in the chat if you would like. I highly suggest you do. Nova is a good friend of ours, fellow buffoon crafter, a superb. He is a paragon of Minecrafting. You should definitely check him out. You will not be disappointed. Woohoo! Have a nice evening, afternoon, thunder afternoon for me. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Nebs, thank you. And we are going to get ready to raid our good friend, Supernova Relic. And the raid has been created. Let us log out and let us do our raid. And I'm going to log out of Minecraft to make absolutely sure that everything's okay and I don't mess things up when I do this. Great. And we are raiding now. Thank you for coming by the stream, everybody.